And welcome one, welcome all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is postseason baseball and the beautiful backdrop for that tonight here, Roosevelt Field here in Mason City, Iowa. Happy to have you alongside as we kick off 3A, 4A postseason right here on the IA Sports YouTube channel, IA Baseball Network. Thanks again for taking the time, making this a part of your day as always. Please do the gambit, like, subscribe, spread the word, and have some fun with us as we get ready to bring you postseason baseball. It's the 52nd ever meeting in the bound era between Ames and Mason City, and that's to keep the state tournament dreams alive coming on up. Let's dive in, everybody. Here, I am Andrew Brown. Happy to be with you, and this is going to be a good one. Thanks again for tuning in. Please hit that like button, have some fun with us, engage, and anything you want, hit us up right here. And of course, you can always hit us up anywhere. Of course, that's iabaseball1@gmail.com as well. We're also on X, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, wherever you can find us, really. So wherever you can, please reach out and say something to us because that way we can connect with you better and have some fun. Again, it's going to be a fun one here, and let's dive into it. Let's just get into it. There's so much to get into, so let's dive right on in. Let's go ahead first, ladies and gentlemen, and start here as we get in the Insolites pregame show, the LED insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. Guys, if the dream you've ever had of not shocking yourself to test if your fence is working, hey, I got something for you. It's no longer a dream. It's reality thanks to Insolites. Check them out today at insolites.com. First and foremost, let's take a look at the postseason path here for these two teams here from Roosevelt Field tonight. Next, we don't know. Depends on who wins and how the rest of the Substate 2 bracket shakes out. The potential to play on July 13th and then a potential to play on the 15th ahead to state. But we got to get this game done here first. And these two teams, again, this is the 52nd ever meeting between these two teams, but let's take a look at what they're looking like right now. And here's the rundown. You look at this, 44 combined wins in June between these two teams. And as we dive into each team, it just gets better from there. The 9th-ranked Riverhawks come in after a 25-win campaign last year. They improved that even more, 32 wins here in 2026, and they do so on the strength of averaging just over 8 runs per game and allowing just under 3 runs per contest. Meanwhile, they're at a clip of over 2 extra base hits per outing, and they're just not giving up a whole lot of runs, just 2 earned runs against them all season long on average. Meanwhile, you move on over to Ames, and this is a case where the record may be deceiving. Now, last year, their 5th 20-plus win season in the bound era. And, of course, remember a few years ago in what was arguably the best state tournament title game of all time. They come in at 18-20 here in 2026, but 3rd inside the conference. So they're still doing a pretty darn good job overall. This year, what are they doing? They're averaging right around 7.3 runs per game. They're giving up just under 7. And meanwhile, they too are nearly at a clip of 3 extra base hits per outing. Meanwhile, they can toss the ball well, 313 strikeouts, although they have had an average of 5 earned runs per contest. And now those are a look at the two teams here in the side-by-side comparison. But what about this series overall? And I'm here to tell you that this is a series that even though Mason City leads it, this is a series that's going to give us a lot to like here today. And I'll show you as we go into our tale of the series brought to you by Insolites. And as we look at it, we start again, Mason City leading the all-time series 32-19. But it's not as simple as just leading. Of course, over the past 10 contests, the series all knotted up at 5 wins apiece. Now, I talk about giving you a lot of action here. This is a series that averages 11.7 runs per contest. And not just that, but it's a competitive contest because games with 10 or less runs scored, that's well over 50% of the time. On the other side of that, again, this is a series that averages 11.3 hits per contest. And if you were thinking that you're going to see a lot of action late in this one, history tells us not so much. Nearly 70% of the run total in this series has come in the first 4 innings of play. And like I said, it's going to be a competitive battle back and forth because with one team scoring 10 or more runs, it's happened just 39% of the time. Hasn't happened a ton, meaning these two teams are engaged in a lot of competitive games against each other. And of course, what helps with that? Strikeouts. This is a series averaging just under 12 and a half strikeouts per contest. And, you know, these two teams have had plenty of win streaks against each other, both teams with at least 9 consecutive wins in the all-time series. But Mason City holds the most consecutive wins at 11 straight wins. And, of course, if you're looking for a home field advantage, it just doesn't happen as often here because the home team has won, well, the same as the away team in this series, 5-5 over the last 10 games between these two teams. And, of course, that was the tale of the series brought to you by Insulates. And, again, if you have dreamt of not shocking yourself to test if your fence is working, your electric fence, that is, well, we've got the solution for you. The LED insulated flashing light known as Insulates. Check them out today at insulates.com. All right, as we bring you back here again, ladies and gentlemen, what a battle this will be, and it will turn out to be. As we go ahead and look at this, we've talked about the players, and we'll get some players to watch coming on up here. But I think more importantly, we should also look at the coaching that will be on display, because if you're a fan of good baseball, it also comes with great coaching, and we have that on tap for you today. And you take a look at the two coaches here, Troy Rude and Nick Steenhagen. We'll take a look at Coach Rude, who is a 2026 Hall of Fame inductee. He now stands at 590 career victories, just 10 shy of that 600 club. This is a guy who's been doing it since 2002 with the Riverhawks, helped Mason City to 12 20-plus win seasons and 6 state tournament appearances. Meanwhile, on the other side, Coach Steenhagen started his coaching career at Ballard and has moved on to the 4A ranks with Ames. He now sits at 235 career wins, 1 state tournament appearance in which, again, arguably the greatest state title game ever across the last decade. He has also done a lot here. When he took over, the team had just 8 wins the year prior, and they have not even come close to that each of the years since he has taken over the helm. He's had 5 seasons of 18-plus wins. And again, what a season, what a career that has been so far, with a lot more to come for Nick Steenhagen. But as we have the coach coming on up there, we'll go ahead and, again, as coaches exchange their lineup cards, let's go ahead and take a look at what those lineups may be entailing here. And we're first going to start off with the visiting Ames High Little Cyclones. And they're going to look a lot like this. Reed Schmall will start at the catcher position. Jackson Kepley, we got to see him pitch at the University of Omaha's field at the UNO Classic. And if there is anything like that again here in this one, you're just going to have another dominating performance here. He's in the pitcher spot. Cullen Smith will be in center field, and he'll be followed by Eric Anderson in the cleanup spot. Cade Anderson will follow at first base. He'll be followed by Leo Jensen, the right fielder. Owen Bowker will be in left, and Jack Schill will be at second base. Landon Doon will be the shortstop in today's contest, and he'll round up the lineup in the number 9 spot. Meanwhile, we take a look at the lineup here for Mason City. Eli Schultz will start in center field. Gabe Reese will be at first, the Drury State commit, and then followed by Bennett Miller, the catcher. Owen Rickers will be at short. Kinnick Browns will be camped out in right, followed by Marquez Holton, at second. Lincoln Birding will be the pitcher in today's contest. Braden Waters will be the DH for the third baseman, and then I'll be followed by Derek Van Scoy in left field. And, of course, we can't go without talking about some players to watch. Brought to you by the great folks at The batting donut as we go ahead and take a look at the Ames High Little Cyclones. Again, we talked about Jackson Capley, the Kirkwood commit. There's just 7 players in 4A batting right now. As we have the lineups announced there, just 4 players in the 4A scene right now that have over 90 total bases. Kepley being one of them at 92. He has 38 RBIs. He has at 25 extra base hits on the year. Reed Small, we talk about him. He's kind of be one of the big linchpins here tonight. He has 198 putouts on the year, a top 10 mark in 4A. He's also batting .363 with 70 total bases. And then, of course, you have Colin Smith headed to Coach Schulte and company and the Blackhawks following his time as a Cyclone. Right now, 38 hits with 36 RBIs and a .352 average on the season. And then, of course, we got to move on over to Mason City, and we talk about Gabe Reese. He has been committed to Drury College for quite some time. A .444 average with 93 total bases. And again, I did mention that there are just 7 players out of the 648 total that out of the 648 total players to have recorded at least 1 total base. Just 7 of them have 90 or more. Again, Gabe Reese being one of those at 93. Bennett Miller, also a guy to watch out for, .322 on the season with 65 total bases. And Eli Schultz headed to Nyack following his time here. A .400 average, 62 total bases on the season. And those have been your players to watch, brought to you by the Batting Donut. Hey, we're going to take a step back as the national anthem is set, and we'll be right back after this.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go as we get ready from Mason City, Iowa and Roosevelt Field. The beautiful backdrop for our battle here today as the Riverhawks at 32 wins on the season, taking on Ames High. And Ames in the camo orange, black, and gray. The uniforms on white pants. The Riverhawks in the vest-like look. And again, on the mound is Lincoln Birding. 54 innings under his belt for the Riverhawks. He has been just insane on the mound here. He has allowed just 4 earned runs on the season, just 15 walks. Meanwhile, dishing out 108 strikeouts on the season. He has been absolutely on a tear. He's going up against an Ames lineup that has, again, proven to hit. If we take a look at really storylines or, I guess, keys to the game as we start to look at Ames and what they're doing here. This lineup, Offensively, you have really not a lot to worry about here, but it's defensively and pitching where you start to find a little bit of holes in this. Of course, they got their ace on the mound here today in Kepley. So where it is, this offense has to just do what it does best. Continue to do that. Meanwhile, Mason City, they also can't stray from what has given them 32 wins, second most wins for this squad in the Bound era. And here we go. First pitch, chopper foul here, and we start the game with an 0-1 count. Reed Small stepping on up to the plate. A strong campaign for him here in 2026. Again, we got to see this squad as that one, a chopper left side. Quick pickup and a fire across. Did he get him? He did not. What a run here from Small as he boosted his way for an infield single, and the first hit of the game comes with Ames. Second pitch he sees, that was a really slow, high chopper. Really hard to do anything with, as it is recorded as the first hit of the ball game. And now Jackson Kepley getting on up here.
First range, number 7,
Again, Kepley, we've seen what he's able to do here as Small picks up his 46th hit of the season. Kepley, 53 hits, 92 total bases, as we mentioned, 25 extra base hits on the campaign, and he has just been, this has been a tear of a season. The Kepley name we've known for quite some time now, but Jackson certainly making a name for himself here as he watches that one go away for the ball one. Kepley with a runner on first. They check on over there, but that'll be no-go. And thanks for joining us here from Roosevelt Field. It's postseason opener here in Class 4A. That pitch sails too far away. Here it's ball 2. Again, we're all across the state of Iowa in postseason play. Check out Cade, Eric, and myself wherever we are. That one's a high chopper there, and that one gets out to the outfield grass. That one was too high to handle. And Ames playing station-to-station baseball here. 54th hit of the season here for Kepley. As we get runners now on first and second here, and it will look to be, as we pull things up, will be number 11, Chris Williams will be on. He'll be on first base here as we get runners now on first and second with Cullen Smith, and he chops that foul for strike one. This Ames squad, it's only been 2 batters, but it's very apparent that they're going to go out and be aggressive early in the count. Birding has done a great job of getting them into pitchers' counts the longer it goes. So it kind of bodes a little bit differently to what you would expect on some strategies. You know, a lot of times you talk about having the pitcher go deep into counts, working the pitch count, they say. But it seems as though maybe a strategy here for Ames is just go out and be aggressive early on, and that could throw off the comfort level of the 108 strikeout hurler. The 0-2 delivery. Couldn't find the zone there. Draws it 1-2. And Mason City and Ames in the 52nd ever meeting in the Bound era. Plenty of postseason action between these two teams as well. Here's the pitch. That one gets lifted out there, and that will find its way into the gap. That will get all the way to the wall. That will plate 1, and we're going to look to clear the bases as we will get 2 coming around here for Ames. And first blood drawn by the Little Cyclones, courtesy of the 4-hole man and 3-hole man in Cullen Smith. Yeah, one runner almost outrunning the lead runner there. In the end, you get 2 runs coming on home, and it's Ames to draw first. Again, 2-0 as we get a runner standing on second, and the cleanup man and Eric Anderson stepping up to the plate. He takes a look at ball 1 out. Still nobody out. Ames already with 3 consecutive hits. They have been jumping out here. They have rarely gotten into a hitter's or pitcher's count. That one sails away, and the runner's taken off. He will advance on over to third. Smith stands 1 stride away from making it run number 3. And right now we have Anderson with a prime opportunity here. And this is an Ames squad that, again, record just is not indicative of how well they have done. We got to see them at the UNO Classic, and this is a team that it sprayed 15 hits against a Sioux City East squad, again, the number 1 team in the land, and they held their own. They did a pretty good job there, and again, Smith was a big part of that, and he does it yet again here. He drives home his 37th and 38th RBI of the season. And of course, this is a Mason City squad as Coach Rude is coming out, having a conversation. I mean, if you also are looking for just an overall holistic game, that includes great coaching. Coach Rude, Coach Steenhagen, they're 2 of the best. And 4A's got a lot of good coaching out of them and a lot more to come. But here we go. It's the 2-0 count, runner on third, and he'll show bunt. He'll pull that back, but it's right on in there for the strike. Again, this year, Ames has been a top 10 hitting team in terms of overall hits most of the season. In fact, last week they were number 6 in overall hit count in 4A. This is a team not afraid to go out and get the hits and just swing the bat. They're also not afraid to lay down the bunt and move guys on over. And I got to say, it seems like this is a team that is thriving as much on the 2-strike count as any other count. The pitch. He swings through that one, and Birding has his first strikeout of the game. That sets down the first out here, but more yet to come as Cade Anderson steps on up to the plate. These little Cyclones trying to add on, get to potentially another 20-plus win season. Anderson, a big part of that. He's driven in 20 with a chance to do something here, but he takes strike 1. Again, 3 consecutive hits, including a 2-run double by Cullen Smith, have given the Cyclones the lead here in this one. It's just the top of the inning, number 1. The infield all in. That one sliced over there, and they'll come on home for the play, and the play at the plate is out. And Smith begging and pleading his case. He thought he got in there. Ump says no, that is out number 2. So the attempt there, again, good defensive strategy by Coach Rude to bring his squad in, as a good weak contact pitch here by Birding helped to allow for out number 2. So with 2 down now, Leo Jensen steps on up, and he looks at strike number 1. We trade a runner on third for a runner on first here, 2 down. And the pitch. A swing through, and we go down 0-2 now. Gotta love that out there. The middle infield giving some glove bumps here early on. Here's the pitch. That one, try to get him fishing over there, and honestly, I 100% agree with that. See where he's willing to try and go and see how protective he's going to be. He has to be protective with 2 strikes, but what is that extent? Here's the pitch and swings through on that one. Burton gets his second strikeout, and it comes in a big-time way as he gets them set down, but not before 3 hits, 2 runs. Across the board here for the Little Cyclones as they take the early lead here in this one. And we're going to come on back here and have Mason City's time to answer Schultz, Reese, Miller when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson Kepley is the hurler here for the Ames Little Cyclones. And boy, I got to say, we got the chance again. I know I've said it once, but got the chance to check out the Little Cyclones at the Uno Classic in Omaha. And I got to say, in this conference, I would be hard-pressed to find someone with a better changeup than Jackson Kepley when he's on. Oh, boy, it's a fun one to watch. We're going to start things off here with the top of the lineup in Eli Schultz taking strike 1. Again, Mason City 32-8, the conference champions of the Iowa Alliance, which is, again, just a few years into existence here. And both of these teams have just been rocking it here. Again, Schultz coming in, 37 RBIs across 52 hits. And he now looks at a 1-2 count. Kepley trying to answer what he and the rest of his team did in the start of the inning. That one sent foul back out of play. And these two teams have squared up and have just legendary head coaches. Again, Coach Rude from Mason City stands at 590 wins exactly. A chance for the Riverhawks to add one more to that. But right now, Kepley, a good start. He picks up his first strikeout of the game. Make that number 54 of the season. And now Gabe Reese, the Drury State commit, stepping on up. He's also the leading stolen base earner on this squad, so he's a jack of all trades. And that one on the outside corner will be deemed strike 1. Both of these teams having strong seasons. That one in the dirt laying off here. Mason City, again, one of their better win totals in the Bound era at 32 wins. Just a phenomenal year out of them. That one fouled, and he kind of knew it. He had it timed, but just missed it. Again, over 400 on the year. That's just astronomical in a 4A scene. Hard to do. And again, Gabe has done that and more on the 2026 season. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That one shot right side. That will get fair ball, and that will be hugging the line. And that will record hit number 1 of the day here for the Riverhawks. Boy, that hugged the line just right and into fair territory. And gosh, you just can't get past Reese, who has been absolutely on a tear, picking up hit number 53 on the season. And now Bennett Miller stepping on up, trying to help out his own cause, a runner on first. And boy, Ames got to be aware by the runner. Again, Reese, one of the top stolen base threats for the Riverhawks. That one gets in there for the strike. Miller, 38 hits, has driven in 32 on the season. All right, now a 0-1 count, a chance. Trying to get his team to answer. That one sneakily finds its way in there for the strike. And boy, that was fun to watch. Both these pitchers have it going on here today. 2 strikeouts by Birding in the top half. Right now, 1 strikeout. And we'll hit allowed here by Kepley. The 0-2 count. And he'll fire. That one sails a bit on him, 1-2. And this broadcast brought to you and powered by DeMoss Orthopedics in the central Iowa area. If you think you need surgery, if it's a joint, ligaments, anything like that, hey, check them out, because oftentimes as that one's in the dirt, Dan Reese will take on off to second. He'll give a hefty round and he'll head on back. But another runner in scoring position, first of the day here for the Riverhawks. But again, if you have a little ache, pain, something you think needs surgery, check out DeMoss. Often shorter recovery time, often less expensive, all of that great jazz. You got to check them out today at DeMoss Online. The 2-2 count here from Kepley. Here's the pitch, and he gets them to go up the ladder, and that is strikeout number 2, a big one at that. Sets them down, and now Rickers steps on up out of the cleanup spot. Has a runner on second, but 2 down. Ames answered with 3 consecutive hits in the top half. Reese so far has given the Riverhawks their lone hit of the game, but again, we are in just the first inning. And the pitch. Swings through that one. Maybe a little contact, but ultimately get strike 1. 4 combined hits already in this one. Both teams are off to the races with the bat. And the pitch. Wisely lays off that one. These 2 teams have been on quite the stretch as of late. A little mixed bag for Ames as they're about 3-3 in the last 6. Meanwhile, the Riverhawks have been unblemished here in the last 6 outings leading up. That one gets some swing in there. Some high heat, draw strike 2. Kepley again, 55 strikeouts now with 2 so far. That one, a slow roller out there to second, and across the diamond it goes from the shortstop position. Heck of a play by Dune. Gets the out and stops the threat here for Mason City. So after 1, Ames with the advantage here. They head into the second now, up 2-0. And when we come back here for the Little Cyclones, it will be 7, 8, 9. Bowker, Schill, and Dune when we return here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DeMoss Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we know where we're at right now here in the Substate opener, but let's take a look at how these teams got here. And we'll take a look at the road so far, brought to you by the Batting Donut. Sweeten your swing with the best batting weight out there in the Batting Donut. Check it out today, battingdonut.com. Again, we saw the Little Cyclones at the UNO Quad, the UNO Classic. They took on Sioux City East and Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln, splitting that. They also split a doubleheader against the Dodgers of Fort Dodge. They won a big series over Ottumwa before falling in 2 games to Mason City not too long ago, and a 1-run loss here to Urbandale in their last outing. But now we go ahead, as Birding back on up here, we get moving on in the lineup here for Ames. Bowker stepping on up. His first trip to the plate here today, and the first pitch he sees shoots it foul, almost into the dugout there. We start with strike 1. Birding going fast here. Next pitch sails a bit on him here. Ties it up at 1-1. Again, the game started with Ames back-to-back-to-back hits, including a Smith 2-run double. That's played at 2, and that's where we've gotten to this point. It's a 2-0 advantage here. These two teams, the last 5 outings have been deadlocked, 5-5. So like I said in the pregame, this series has been proven to give you a balanced diet of just about everything you could ask for. That one gets the outer edge, and that one is the strike 3 needed. Third K of the day here for Birding, sets him down to start things off. And Jack Schill, the second baseman here for Ames, stepping on up out of the 8-hole. Takes a look at strike 1. Schill at not too many games up to this point, but he does have a couple of runs driven in on the season. Right now an 0-2 hole to the 108 strikeout hurler known as Lincoln Birding. And Birding has only allowed 4 earned runs, and so far 2 in this inning. That one, though, a heck of a strikeout, has him looking there. That's strikeout number 4, and that makes it 3 consecutive, dating back to the last half inning. A much different outlook here from what happened in inning number 1. Number 9 in Landon Dune stepping on up. Takes a look at strike 1. The sophomore on the year has 8 hits, 8 total bases, 229 on the season. That 1-1 count. As always, ladies and gentlemen, don't just catch up what's going here, but every single Monday, there's High and Tight. That's the show where Cade Nissen and myself dive into team rankings, individual rankings, what happened around the league, and more. So all you got to do is check it out right here on the IA Sports YouTube page or across social media, wherever you can be. Find us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, right here on YouTube. Try to get him fishing outside here, and now we draw the count to even at 2-2. 4 combined hits in this one, 3 of them belonging to Ames. Here's the 2-2. That one shot out there, and a lazy ball out there to first, as Reese picking it up for out number 3. So after a tumultuous first inning, the Riverhawks had a pretty solid second inning here as they force Ames 1, 2, and 3 on the line out to first. And that is how we will wrap up the top half of the inning. Mason City will get their chance coming on up with 5, 6, and 7 due up in the lineup when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. As always, thanks for making this a part of your day on a Friday. It's Friday baseball, and it is the postseason opener in 3A, 4A, as we're going to have a fun time here from Roosevelt Field here in Mason City, Iowa. Kenneth Brown's going to kick us off here for the Riverhawks and get things rolling. Riverhawks have 1 hit so far in this one. And Brown, the senior on the year with 29 hits, has driven in 23, has 28 walks, the leader on the squad, so very patient at the plate. And he takes a look at strike 1 and kind of got to be, if you're Mason City, your bread and butter, the patience, right? Find a weak spot because it's going to take some time to find one here. That one, though, gets lifted high, and that will be in left center field, and that will be camped out under by Smith. A high pop-up recorded for out number 1. And Marquez Holton stepping on up to the plate. Another senior batting very well on the year. He has 26 hits, 35 runs driven in. He has 51 total bases under his belt as he takes strike 1. Again, we knew both teams. This isn't a game that you throw out your third, fourth, or fifth best hurler. I mean, both these teams are bringing out their number ones, and for good reason. Both these offenses can hit, so you need to find some way to diminish that production in some way, shape, or form. It's a tough task to ask out of anybody, as again, this is a Mason City squad that, again, a top 15 team in hitting the ball. Ames has been top 10 all year. The 1-2 delivery from Kepley, the fire. And he gets him up the ladder to swing through that and account for strikeout number 3. All of them swinging here so far. And we have 2 quick down here in the bottom of the second. Exactly the way you want to draw it up. And again, I talking with both coaches and Coach Steenhagen earlier, he talked about, man, if you've got that off speed working here for Kepley, boy, is that one proved right there for the swing through. It's going to be a tough day. And again, for Birding as well, he's shown that he can pinpoint. Wow, he's found good ways to pinpoint his fastball, that off speed. But right now, Birding at the plate, watching his opposition put 2 strikes on him. Birding out of the number 7 hole, trying to keep the inning going. Here's the pitch. Doesn't oblige him up the ladder there. Ball 1. So far, 4 combined hits. We expected right out of the gate we'd get some action here. The pitch down in the dirt. Nice job here from Birding to go from 2 strike count. And now he finds himself all knotted up. The Mason City senior, 25 hits on the year, 38 total bases. He has driven in 23. And the pitch. That one, a chopper to third, and that one gets away out there. Anderson unable to pick that one cleanly as that puts a runner onto the base pass. It's the second straight here for the Riverhawks as they keep the inning rolling. So the error puts a runner on, and Waters, the DH, stepping up to the plate. We'll have a pitch runner here from Mason City. Hey, Borgart, sophomore, stepping up. So the number 8 hole man, Waters, up at the plate trying to continue the inning. 4 combined hits, 3 of them belonging to Ames. Nice job painting the outside corner there. Again, talked about Kepley with Steenhagen. If Kepley's changeup is on, it moves, it dances. It has some serious power to it. And, of course, you got to think, I'm not sure exactly where, when he heads to Kirkwood, what he'll be doing. But, boy, can he do it with the bat. And I hope he's a two-way player because he certainly is exciting on both ends. And that, again, proven right there. Looked like a changeup that just fell off the table. Mason City looking to keep things going here. Looking to add on to the 1 hit they've had back in the first. That one a little too high. We even up now at 2 apiece. And Mason City has been very consistent. 32 wins on the year. They've been in the last 6 wins. Runner takes off, and the pass ball, wild pitch, whatever you want to deem it, does get the runner on over to second. In the meantime, the count has drawn full at 3-2. It is worth noting that Schmall didn't let the ball get too far past him. And the runner did advance, but some good work just to try and keep it around. Here's the pitch, and he gets him to swing through the strikeout, much needed. Strikeout number 4 of the day here for Kepley, sets him down, and that's exactly the way they wanted that to go, as the threat here for Mason City is for naught. And we're going to have to go ahead and dive in to a new inning coming on up right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, really appreciate you joining on to the ride. And Kevin, thank you very much for all the way from Alabama. Appreciate it, man. That goes a long way when we have people and fans all across the country. Really means a lot. Thanks again for tuning in, and hopefully you're enjoying a good one here right now as we get things rolling. And we start here with the top of the lineup, Reed Schmall once again. He has a quick 1-1 count on him. And the 3 hits in the first inning, and that has gotten him off to that 2-run lead. A big swing through from Schmall, who singled back in the top half of the first. Later came around to score 1 of 2. Right now, though, he finds himself in the 1-2 hole. That one gets lifted out there, and an almost catch out there by Anderson. Nicely done, as it puts another runner on. And just like the top of the first, the top of the third looking eerily similar. As Schmall with his second hit of the ball game. And now with a runner on, and Jackson Kepley stands up. He singled as well his first time. With a runner on first, a big chance to try and add to that. Very, very clear here. And talking with both coaches, they would rather enjoy a 20-run lead than a 2-run lead. I mean, all coaches would, but especially knowing the offenses that both of these teams have, a 2-run lead, never safe. The pitch, that one gets sent right side, and that will be over the head and heading to the fence. That will get a runner coming around second. Will we have him advance? Coach Steenhagen says stay put right there. And what a heck of a shot there from Kepley as he pokes it into the outfield. And a little bit of a misread out there in right by Brown as he was coming in on it here. And first couple steps, and that one just kept sailing and sailing, and it looks like officially credited as an error. And with that, it puts runners now on second and third with nobody down. And that brings up Colin Smith, who drove in the 2 runs so far. And again, love that right out there in the infield. I love that. From Holton and Rickers, absolutely love that, as all the infield is in on the grass. The 1-0 count switches to 1-1. I just can't get enough of that. When you see that, you see 2 guys just in infield that's so in sync like that. I love that. Absolutely. I'm always up for that. That's good play. Again, they'll go ahead and do it, and I am all for that. Giving that glove bump, having a good time here. I mean, this is a veteran squad here in Mason City, and it shows. Here's the pitch, and he gets him on the strike there, making it 2-2. Smith didn't like that one. So far, I got to say, it's been a fairly consistent strike zone. The pitch too far outside, and some patience there by the number 3 hole man in Smith, who already has picked up 38 runs driven in on the season after he poked across a 2-run double in the first. The 3-2 count. That one gets set high. That one's pretty deep. That's coming on in, though, as he'll catch it out there, and the runner is heading on home. The throw will not be in time, as they'll try to get him at second, and they do. Nice play over there, knowing that they didn't quite have the play at the plate, but they got him at second. Heck of an effort here to get 2 down.
17, Eric Anderson.
Meanwhile, run does come across. We have now 4 hits on the game here for Ames as Anderson steps on up to the plate. Shoots that foul for strike 1. Anderson, a strikeout victim his first time up. He'll send that one foul here for an 0-2 count. So again, with bases empty, Anderson trying to continue on the inning. They have scored 1 here, trying to add more. Here's the pitch. Foul back, and we can keep it at an 0-2 count. And Ames 18-20 on the year. Coach Diedenhagen at 353 wins on the season, or on the career list for him. Again, Coach Diedenhagen was the head coach at Ballard before he came on over. Of course, Coach Troy Rude for the Riverhawks has been here since 2002. The pitch wisely lays off, but again, Birding, that was no accident. Trying to see how far he'll go and how far he'll chase. Again, with 2 strikes, what does that protection window look like? Here's the pitch. Sent out of play here. Riverhawks trying to get out of the inning. They've already had 1 run come home. And it's now a 3-0 little Cyclone lead. And he gets the swing through and the strikeout. That's strikeout number 5 from Birding on the day. He's keeping them in this one. As we have no runners left on base, there was 1 hit in the inning. But no run, and 1 run crossing, I should say. It's a 3-0 advantage here for Ames, as we're going to head into the bottom half of the inning, and trying to answer will be 9-1-2 due up for the Riverhawks when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We know we're in postseason opener here, but let's take a look at how Mason City got here. Again, brought to you by the Batting Donut. A good way to sweeten your swing and pay homage to a great breakfast treat. It's been a split of mostly home games and a couple road games, but regardless, the outcome has been win-win-win-win. A doubleheader sweep over Newman Catholic. Clear Lake, a win over Clear Lake, and of course, talked about 2 games ago, a doubleheader sweep over Ames. They're trying to make it 3 in the last 3, and they're going to continue on here with Derek Van Soy up at the plate. Kepley on the mound for inning number 3 for Ames. Here's the pitch. That one sails up too high. We start 1-0. These two teams have found each other in postseason, early season, late season, and they have been in a battle every single time. It seems to be a fun time when these two teams square off. Right now, the 1-1, and Kepley working pretty quickly. He is finding that. That's been over half of his strikes have come on that outer edge. He is working hard against righties, lefties for sure as well. That one tried to get him up there, and in the end, keeps it 2-2. It's Roosevelt Field here in Mason City, Iowa. A great, beautiful backdrop here. Absolutely, we'll get the look at the field here. Roosevelt Field. This was the home of the Senior All-Star Series a few years ago, in which we got the chance to be here and catch up everything that's going on. That one is the strikeout, and it marks number 5 of the game. The second one he's had looking. And that goes ahead and sets down the number 9 hole, brings up the top of the lineup here, and Eli Schultz back to the plate. Both of these hurlers, 5 strikeouts on the day, and we have a heck of a battle brewing here in Mason City. Schultz strikeout his first trip up. Again, on the year has had a senior season most could dream of. 52 hits, 62 total bases, batting a clean .400. And that one's too far in here for ball 2. Both teams showing up here with the fan count. Again, Roosevelt Field also home to the Trojans of Nyack. Here's the 2-0 count. Finds him in for the strike. 2-1. It's been primarily pitcher count for Kepley on the day. He's given up 1 hit. He's had 1 error defensively. That one, a high hopper, has to go for it, and the reach throw is not going to be connected. A little bit of a collision there at first. Everyone seems to be okay. And boy, that one almost seemed to kind of trip up Schill at second just a little bit. It kept going and going. He had to get the reach out, and that kind of threw him off balance just a bit. And it has officially allowed for hit number 2 here for the Riverhawks. So now with a runner on first, Reese, who has struck the first hit of the game for the Riverhawks, he gets his chance with the second at bat. That one chopped foul. Reese is the guy who can go the distance. The senior has 16 doubles, 7 home runs, even a pair of triples on the year. He has driven in 47, but he's also walked 24. I mean, you talk about a guy who is a holistic type of player. At the plate, he certainly has been that and more in 2026. That one gets hit high. That one is nearing the dugout, and into the stands it goes. Heck of a catch here by the fan. Kind of a little bummed I didn't get to show it to you. But nonetheless, we dive right back into it. And Trevor saying, Ames. Thanks, Trevor, for joining in. Yeah, these two teams know each other very well. 52nd meeting in the Bound era. And I say that because Bound started taking stats early 2000 and keeping them. And, of course, these two teams have probably faced many times before that. But, again, this is meeting number 52 in the Bound era. Checking them out over there at first. And back in safely is Schultz. Mason City with 2 hits. Ames with 4, 6 combined in the early goings. Kepley back on the mound, and the pitch. That one gets lifted out there into left field. It's tailing, it's going. It has a leg on it, and it drops. right in front of Bowker. And that now puts a scary situation here for the Riverhawks, as that is another hit here for Reese. His first extra base hit of the game. And, of course, for him on the season, that makes it double number 17. So Mason City starting to get some action here with the offense. That was hit number 3. As now Schultz stands on third, Reese on at second. And a swing through from the number 3 hole man in Bennett Miller. 1 out. Kepley trying to get out of the jam here. Kepley's had 5 strikeouts, 4 of them swinging. That one doesn't find the zone to split it now 1-1. The inning started with a strikeout, but back-to-back hits from Mason City have put the Riverhawks in prime position to get onto the scoreboard here. A check swing, and he claims the field ump says no swing. Ball 2. Nice attempt, though. We've seen Kepley continually go up the ladder and keep going higher and higher and getting swings. But, of course, second, third time around here, not biting on that one here for a 3-1 count. This has been the best inning offensively so far here for Mason City, looking to cash in on back-to-back hits, including the first extra base hit of the game for the Riverhawks. That one, that shoots right into the outfield grass. That will play 1, and on the board go the Riverhawks. It's a 3-1 mark. And Miller picks up the RBI here, bringing up Owen Rickers to the plate. And just having Steenhagen coming out to have a quick conversation on the mound. This has been the stickiest situation they've had all game long. And boy, Mason City, we've seen it time and time again with them. And maybe they get down early, but certainly they are not a team to just stay that way. And as we've seen, they went from just one hit coming into the inning, and now they have tied it up at 4 hits apiece. So runners on the corners. Reese stands at third. Miller on at first. And the cleanup spot in Rickers standing up to the plate. He's had to ground out his first trip up. He would love, and I do mean love, to connect on a big hit here. He's driven in 27 on the season. Kepley would, I'm sure, love a strikeout here. Interesting to see what happens on the base pass here. Mason City has 84 stolen bases on the year, so they have the propensity. Although that one gets laced into left field, Reese will come on home to score. And station-to-station baseball here for the Riverhawks. As they've cut the lead down, it's now 3-2. So that marks 4 consecutive hits here for Mason City. And now Kenneth Brown steps on up to the plate. It's been hit after hit after hit here early. That one sails a bit on him. Where Ames has had a little bit of falter this year has been in a little bit of walks. And, of course, again, they've had nearly 6 walks per game, but that hasn't been the issue here. That one, a good strike on the edge. So right now, if you're Mason City, trying to exploit the fact that if there is a weakness for the same squad, it does come pitching and defense. Here's the pitch. That one, watches that go for ball 2. Kepley shaking his arm a little bit there. Not sure if that's just simply just trying to shake off a little bit of nerves or steam there. And he does. He seems to do that just fine. He's in line to get his 6th strikeout, and boy, would it come in a big-time need here. A 3-2 ball game. 2 have crossed here in this inning for Mason City. That one, good job by Small to keep that one in front of him. It changes to ball 3, but that was a heck of a stop. Much different when you have 1 runner in scoring position versus 2. And right now, the corner is a little bit in defensively here for Ames, excuse me. And there's the pitch. That one got the strike as Brown was thinking he was heading on with the walk. Strikeout number 6 on the game here for Kepley. 2nd time with the batter looking. And that could not have come in a much more needed situation here as we bring up the 6-hole man in Holton. Holton, a strikeout victim his first trip. And the pitch inside, wisely lays off here for ball 1. Another Ames fan jumping on, and Owen, let's go Ames. Again, that one gets shot out there, and that will be into the outfield grass, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Another hit in the inning. Market hit number 5 here for Mason City as they have been relentless in the bottom of the third. So now that puts everybody on the base pass here. A bases loaded situation. Ames looking to get the out. Mason City looking to collect another hit, and they now have 6 on the game. Again, 5 in the inning so far. Here's the empty count. Good strike there. Coming into it, of course, Steenhagen and his crew and everyone on Ames knew that they had to score quite a bit in order to win this game. So they're just going to have to kind of get right back at it, but they're hoping to have the lead the next time they come up to bat. Mason City has stormed back. They have 1 hit through the first 2 innings, and they put 5 here in the bottom of the third. They've plated 2. And now the pitch. Swings through that one to get strike 2. And a chance to get out of the inning. As Birding swings through that one, and Kepley gets out of the jam. 7 strikeouts for Jackson Kepley. What a performance from him. He has done everything and then some, and he has kept this team in the game, but not before the Riverhawks plate 2 and get back into this one. It's a 3-2 ball game, and when we return, Ames with the lead, looking to add on with Anderson, Jensen, and Bowker when we return here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from Roosevelt Field here in Mason City, Iowa. A beautiful backdrop here for our battle here today. Thanks again for tuning in, making this a part of your day. As always, it's a great time in there as we get Substate baseball first round of the postseason coming on up here. And Kate Anderson doing the duties to kick things off for Ames. 4 hits here for the Ames Little Cyclones. We got Big Kirk. Add into the broadcast. Let's go, Mason City. Big Kirk, I love the photo there, man. That one is not quite in the zone. Starts with a 1-0 count here to the number 5 hole man in Anderson. Mason City doing a good job, plating 2 in the last half. A big inning in the third overall. No swing, says the field umpire. Again, these two teams in battle for the 52nd time, dating back to early 2000s. Ironically enough, that was back when Coach Rude in 2002 took over this program. I believe he's been 30 years total coaching. And the next pitch, that one slapped right side, but foul. Ames has 4 hits, and they did a lot early on. They plated 2 in the first, 1 in the third. That's given them their 3 so far. They're trying to answer Mason City's 2 in the last half inning. That one didn't find the zone. It was close. Birding looking for strikeout number 6. Working quick here. The set and fire. That one on the inner third, and I think he knew it. Anderson having to sit down for the second time here. That's a second strikeout looking here for Birding. 6 overall as he sets 1 down. And gosh, I talked about it. Just over 12 strikeouts per contest. And this one set high. That one in shallow right field. Who will come up with it? And from second base, Holton will capture out number 2. And we talked about it. Right now, 6 strikeouts here for Birding. 7 strikeouts for Kepley. Over the average right now. And we've had good defense. We've had a good scoring so far. I mean, this has been an opening game that I think a lot of fans really enjoy. As the sun's starting to set here, we get a swing through on that one. Even count to Leo Jensen. Strikeout victim back in the first. Looking to pick up another hit on a strong season for him. Jensen on the year as he lets that one go by. 21 total bases. He's driven in 9 across his 18 hits. A 3-1 delivery and the pitch. Gets strike 2 in there. Ames at 18 wins on the year. Mason City at 32. Here's the pitch. That one in the inside corner, and Birding knew it. Energy from number 1 as the senior strikes out number 7 on the day. A great outing from both pitchers right now, and buckle up, folks. This is getting fun. It's a 3-2 ball game as we head into the bottom half of the inning. And we're coming on back right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. It's baseball on a Friday night here in July. Boy, can't ask for anything better than that. And yes, Kepley and Birding dealing today. Oh, boy. If you like good defense, good pitching, which I'm a huge fan of, by the way, you get a lot of fun here. Of course, we got Jason Bierke joining the broadcast. Hey, thanks, Jason. Let's go, Ames. Right now, Ames has the slim advantage here. And as we know in this series, a series that can give you quite a bit, can give you quite a little, give you everything in between, there's a lot to like, and you're going to have a whole lot more coming on up. We get Waters starting things off here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Kepley's still out. He's had 7 strikeouts as well. Both hurlers, 7 strikeouts. They have been matching each other stride for stride, pitch for pitch. Boy, it's been thrilling. And meanwhile, 10 combined hits in this one. The look and the fire on home. That one will not be in there. 2-0 with the count. Waters struck out his last time. And the pitch. A 3-0 count here, and now Kepley with the fire. That one, a high upside strike, will get him to draw the count 3-1. And the 5-pitch walk will put a runner onto the base pass here for the second straight inning. Mason City will have a runner to work with. Jeff Van Syke up at the plate. He struck out his first trip, and Coach Steenhagen back on out. Boy, it looks like more of a situational type of contest here, or type of contest, type of meeting here. I mean, you got a guy on the mound dealing 7 strikeouts. It's kind of tough. It would be hard to pull him right now. He's got that bend but not break, but man, he has been absolutely on point. He's been finding his zones, hitting his spots. It's been a fun outing to watch. And again, it does seem like it's mainly just a strategical conversation at this point. Van Syke up at the plate again, 0 for 1 so far. He's got a runner on first, and the top of the lineup with Schultz due up next. Bunt attempt as third base coming on in, and we'll keep that one back, but it's called strike 1. Very interesting to see. This Mason City squad has the propensity to steal. I mean, 2 guys over 10 stolen bases, 84 on the year combined. Third baseman coming on in, and he'll send that one back in a quick hurry, because that was some chin music. 1-1. Roosevelt Field, home of the Riverhawks. 360 to dead center, 320 to the foul poles. And coming on in, that one bunt attempt is high, and a nice play out there at first. Heck of a play by Anderson, and that one was a big out, number 1. Wow, heads up play, a head on a swivel, and captures that one. That's a circling type of play, gets out number 1. A big one there as it keeps the runner at first, and then less to work with if you're the top of the lineup here for Mason City. A good swing gets him to hack through that one for strike 1. Schultz 1 for 2 on the game, singled back in the third as part of a 5-hit performance. Riverhawks trying to keep that rolling here into the fourth. 1 down. Corners are in here defensively. That one's set back, foul, strike 2. Again, these two teams battle every single game. 5-5 in the last 10 outings. And again, home team doesn't necessarily guarantee an advantage here in this one. Both teams 5 wins in the past 10 games, regardless of, again, the home team and away team 5-5 in the last 10. And the next pitch gets sent out there into left field. That one's chasing them. And the run, the diving attempt is no go. That will go the way to the wall, and we get one runner not coming on home. Heck of a throw on in, but some celebration here by Schultz, and rightfully so. Heck of a hit. Ice in his veins as he now puts runners on second and third with just one down. Still a 3-2 ball game here as Reese gets intentionally walked. And you know what? I don't blame him on that one. Reese has come in, 2 hits, struck a double last time out, 400 hitter. I mean, again, I would take my chances on trying to secure a double play. Right now, bases are fully loaded, full of Riverhawks. That one, good stop by Schmall. Heck of a play back there. And defensively, you got some catchers that are just putting on a good show. So if you're a fan of catchers, what they do behind the plate, I mean, you've already had some good treat here today. The 1-0 count here from Kepley. He'll fire on home. Gets the swing through there, but the ball gets away. Schmall, good job on a heads-up play there. Meanwhile, Schultz halfway to third. You can hear a little bit of conversation there from fans talk, and certainly a little miscommunication, but we'll see what happens now. Coach Steenhagen coming out onto the field, not to make a pitching change, but to have a conversation, it looked like, with the center fielder. So Kepley, again, in a bit of a jam. And I say a bit, a lot of jam. Miller up at the plate. Now a 2-1 count. Miller so far is 1 for 2, had an RBI single back in the third. We have a gap, a sizable gap in between center and right field there. That one in there for the strike. So got to think that if you're Miller, that sweet spot in right center field might just be where he wants to go. Of course, Kepley making it hard. Got to wonder how many outside pitches is he going to go here. That one a little bit high, but does he try for the strikeout here? That's my big question right now. Do you go to the outside, possibly risking what could be a ball in the gap and scoring all 3? Or do you try and challenge him inside, up, or low? We'll find that answer out here. Here's the 3-2. That one gets hit sky high. Schmall eyes it down, coming on, and not going to happen. That gets into the stands. Boy, he was on it. From Roosevelt Field here in Mason City, the 3A, 4A playoffs starting today. And boy, it's been fireworks past the 4th of July here in the opener. Both of these teams in the Iowa Alliance Conference. Here's the 3-2. That one also hit and fouled out of play. And no matter what, Miller can at least walk away knowing that he put Kepley through the ringer here. And going in near 10 pitch at bat and possibly if I have my count right, succeeding that here coming on up. Here's the 3-2 delivery, and he walks home the run. It's a tie ball game here in Mason City. Just as important right there. Miller with the RBI. And now Ricker's stepping on up. He too brought home a run last time up. And we might, by the looks of it, the third trip up to the mound might spell the end here for Kepley. Although we'll have to see here. If anybody deserves the chance to try and get one more crack at it, it is him. But it does look like we will have a newcomer into the mix here and on the mound coming on up. So Kepley will exit as he had a fine game up to this point. 3 runs allowed on 7 hits so far, but he has struck out 7 in the process as he will go ahead and exit, and his day on the mound will be done. Heck of an outing for him. And now it's up to a new hurler as we'll bring you that coming on up, and it'll be up to him to try and shut the door on the rally here for the Riverhawks right after this on the IA Baseball Network.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing? The batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get right back at it here. It's a tie ball game. As Ricker's stepping on up to the plate, shoots one left side, and that one gets through and into the outfield grass. One already plated, coming around home, and that'll be a slide for Reese, as that will be the lead here for Mason City, their first of the ball game.
Brings up number 8, hit it crowd.
So first lead of the game here for Mason City comes on the first pitch that Ricker sees, and he plates 2. And now Brown stepping on up to the plate. 0 for 2, fly out and strikeout so far. Swing through and gets strike 1. And on the mound here is Tillman Schaefer, the junior, 18 innings, 21 strikeouts under his belt. That one gets set up high, and that will be into shallow right field. Coming on will be Jensen as he'll capture the out. And, of course, with that, we now bring up Marquez Holton to the plate. Holton so far, 2 strikeouts in 2 plate appearances. Runners on first and second. Already plating 3 here in the inning. Mason City found themselves down 3-0 after 2.5. And then since then, they have had 5 unanswered runs. They take the lead now 5-3. Here's the pitch and in there for the strike. A 1-1 delivery coming on up. Here's the pitch. And gets it in there for strike 2. 8 strikeouts on the year for Schaefer on the mound. Coming in relief here of Kepley, who went the distance here with 7 strikeouts. And here's now the 1-2 delivery. Got him on the high end strike. And that is how we do it. Out number 3 in a big way there, sets him down. But not before some more action happening here for the Riverhawks. On 2 hits, 3 walks, they plate 3, and they take their first lead of the game as they will now head into the 5th inning with the advantage here late. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for Ames as they try to answer when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we continue along, please go ahead and have some fun with us. Keep engaging. Of course, as always, we all love the conversation, so keep adding to it as we get rocking and rolling here. The top of inning number 5 is going through, and we have a 1-1 count here, rocking. And the pitch. That one gets laced out there into left center field, but that will be on the run catch here for Schultz. Heck of a job there as he will get the out. Again, Schaefer with this shot to center field, but that is a line out to center in the scorebook. And now Dune stepping on up to the plate. Strike 1. Birding still on the mound here into his 4th inning of action. 5th inning, I should say. In there for strike 2, and he's looking for punch out number 8 on the night. Whenever these two teams seem to meet, there is just a lot of action that goes on between. And of course, with the 52nd meeting in the Bound era, you can bet, especially as it's the season on the line, there is a lot of energy here tonight. Birding with the windup and the toss. And he gets the slider in there perfectly. Sets down the number 9 hole man for strikeout number 8 on the day. That's his third strikeout looking. And now he brings the top of the lineup back with 2 down. Schmal has had a hit every single time he's been up. Sends that one foul to start at bat number 3. Kepley in the on-deck circle. What a tandem that has been this year. He's the 0-1. That one sails too far on him. You know, aside from that first inning, Birding has been on fire. He has been steady. He's been consistent. And now with 8 strikeouts. We came into this one knowing that you could have a good defensive showing. None of these teams are overlooking the other. That one out there to first, and the race to the bag will be won by Birding, as he will capture the out and he will end the threat here for Ames. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ames offensively as they are set down. The ground out will now bring up a bottom half of the 5th. Coming on up, it'll be 7-8-9 due up for the Riverhawks when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and give you the inning-by-inning look that we've had so far, brought to you by the Batting Donut. It started out with Ames, a 2-0 lead after 1. A big third inning there as Mason City started their 5 unanswered. And now we stand here in the bottom of the 5th. The Riverhawks 8 hits so far to Ames 4. Both teams with 1 error on the day. And again, that has been your line score up to this point, brought to you by The Batting Donut. Check them out today at thebattingdonut.com. Simply delicious. All right, let's get rolling right now. It's a pitcher battle once more. Birding stepping on up. He reached via error back in the second, his only trip to the base paths so far. And the pitch, that one gets sent out of play. That will be foul. And Schaefer on the mound here for Ames. Again, 18 innings under his belt, 21 strikeouts, has 22 now, and close to 23 as that goes for strike 2. Waters on deck, followed by Ben Syke. There's the 0-2 delivery and the pitch. Gets him to swing through that one. Strikeout number 2, meaning back-to-back Ks here for the relief hurler. Some great work coming on in, trying to follow up the 7 strikeout performance by Kepley. And now the 8-hole man Waters stepping on up. And he'll send that one out there into left center field, and that will drop. That will get deep, and that will get the runner heading on to second. The throw will not be in time, and that's a slide-in double here from the 8-hole man in Waters. So Mason City putting on the hits here. That's hit number 9 of the game as they put a runner in scoring position here with just 1 down. And Syke up to the plate, 0 for 2. Bunt attempt gone wrong back in the fourth. It was his last at bat. But the corners are in. This one, though, slow roller on a diving stop, and the tag applied, and he got him. Heads up play by Dune at short. Keeping it in front of him, making sure that he sees the whole field, and he did just that and more. Heck of a play as Insight gets his first trip onto the base pass with the fielder's choice. And now Eli Schultz back up to the plate. Takes a look at that on high, ball one. Schultz so far 2 for 3, double back in the fourth. He singled in the third. He's been an offensive catalyst here all season, and he continues to add to the picture now. That one, a good dialed in there strike, evens it up. We'll give you some scores around the league coming on up here. Again, 1A, 2A, deep into their postseason now. Into their district finals, getting into the Substates. And that one gets lifted left side. That one's going, and that will be a clean out there in left. Bowker with the catch, and he'll secure out number 3. So a scoreless inning for both teams. We now head to the 6th. And for Ames, they're going to try and answer back with Kepley, Smith, and Anderson when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 6th inning here as we get rocking. Boy, this game has gone by fast, and as we talk about the game, here is how it has looked so far. It has been the back and forth battle that we've all wanted, we've all liked, and it's been given a fun one here to us so far. As we have had an 8-hit performance for Mason City, 4 for Ames. And we're back at it. Kepley takes a look at ball one. High, and of course, now is the time. We're getting into the 6th. We have just 2 more innings left in this game. And right now, Ames needs 2 to tie, 3 to get the advantage. They had 4 hits early in this one through the first 3 innings. They have not had a hit since. Birding gets the strike in there. A big one at that. Birding, 8 strikeouts on the day. He has been just as effective as you would want. That one gets laced left field. Coming on with the run from center field. Schultz will grab it for the out. What was falling for singles in innings 1, 2, and 3 for Ames, now into the gloves out there in center field. Birding has done a good job not letting the contact get too heavy as Smith steps on back to the plate. Again, the Ames has not recorded a hit since the 3rd inning. A 0-1 quickly down to 0-2. Ames trying to improve to 19 wins on the season. Meanwhile, Mason City looking for win number 33. And a swing there gets the strikeout. Boy, what a heck of a performance by Birding, number 9 on the game. And again, Jimmy, thanks for joining us here. 5 grads driving back and watching the game. Hey, way to cheer on the squad, and appreciate you joining in. Right now, Ames down to their final out here in the 6th. And it's up to Eric Anderson to keep things rolling. Birding has been just getting better as the game has gone on. Birding started with 3 consecutive hits in the top of the first, but since then has allowed just 1 the rest of the way. And the Fire gets a swing through that one, but it goes into strike 2 category. Birding into his 6th inning here, and the delivery seals it a little bit, brings it even. Again, your chance still to get performance of the week, and go ahead and hit us up all across the social media scene. And that one is another strikeout here. Birding has 10 on the day, and this is getting better and better as it goes on. A heck of a performance from the hurler, and Birding keeps this game a lead for Mason City. And speaking of Mason City, we're getting the chance to come back to 2, 3, 4 when we return right after this on the IA Baseball Network.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Appreciate you joining along, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for tuning in as we have Mason City just absolutely with a heck of a game so far. Both these teams have been just on point, but Mason City from a 3-0 deficit has clawed back 5 unanswered, as they have been on point in every bit of a 32-win team. And now Gabe Reese, who was intentionally walked last time, he gets the chance to step on up. He has so far reached base every single time he's come up. He singled in the first, doubled in the third, walked in the fourth. He's been every bit of the 93 total base earner that we have all come to know. Takes strike 1. Ames needs to quiet the bats here in this inning, and then they need to get back to it themselves. Meanwhile, Mason City looking to continue what has been a huge surge from the 3rd inning on. And both these teams in the 52nd meeting, dating back to the early 2000s when Bound has kept stats. That one absolutely laced into right field. And that got out of the infield in a hurry. That's yet another hit here. Mark it 3 on the night here for Reese. He has been as effective as ever. And now that brings up Bennett Miller to the plate. Talking about effective, he's 2 for 3. He's driven into. And now with one of the better stolen base thieves on the base pass for the Riverhawks, There's a whole lot that opens up here for Mason City. That one sails too far out of the zone here, 1-0. High and tight coming your way Monday, giving you a chance to break down what the week was, the postseason outlook for 1A, 2A, now 3A, 4A. And, of course, any big highlights, make sure to get us those. That one on the bunt attempt pulled back, and wisely so, as we move the count to 2-0. A runner on, and the corner is in. Double play depth up the middle here for Ames. And third coming on in off the grass. He will still go with the bunt. That one sent foul. And now you got to wonder with the 2-strike count, do you go ahead and still attempt that? We've seen when it works. We've seen when it doesn't. 14 combined hits here in this one after Mason City was down 4 hits to nothing. They have come back 10 unanswered hits, 5 unanswered runs. And the delivery. That one, a shallow chopper out there. Schaefer with the quick and easy hurl over there to first will get it. But boy, I shouldn't say easy because that was anything but there. It does move the runner on over to second. And there is now one down here as we move on to Owen Rickers, who has 3 runs driven in the game. So the sacrifice, given one out, now puts a runner back into scoring position for the Riverhawks, who have now had that in all but 1 inning here today. And the playoff picture, most likely, we'll see how the scores end up here. But most likely the look is that Fort Dodge will be the next opponent coming on up for whoever escapes this one. Already some games early on. We have Wahlert Catholic over Center Point Urbana 9-1. Sioux City East down Sioux City West 11-1. Cedar Falls over Cedar Rapids Jefferson after 5, 6-3. As that one is in there for the strike, and we have a 2-1 count. Sioux City North over Abraham Lincoln after 6, 2-1. Dubuque Hempstead over Davenport North 5-3 in a surprise so far. That one is swung on, and we drive the count even at 2-2. And Des Moines Christian over ADM after 4, 7-1. And Waterloo West over Fort Dodge 4-1 after 6. The 2-2 delivery, 1 down, a runner on second. And here's the fire on home. That one, a slow roller out there to short the backhand and all the way across the diamond on a one-hopper. Heck of a play here by both first baseman in Anderson and Dune, the shortstop. It does get Reese on over to third, but it does cost him an out here. Now 2 down. A circling play for sure. Now Kinnick Brown steps up. He has yet to record a hit and get on the hit train. 10 combined hits here for the Riverhawks. That one fouled back here, strike 1. More broadcasts coming up, looking at the 14th coming on up as we dive into 1A, 2A land in our next broadcast. We'll make sure to keep you updated on that. And, of course, we'll have more postseason broadcasts coming on up here right on the IA Sports Network. The pitch, that one's fouled back here, a quick 0-2 hole. With 2 down, Schaefer trying to get the out. And then one more chance with the bat. Meanwhile, Mason City looking to continue on. They've been a huge surge as of the 3rd inning. That one gets sent out of play. And the Riverhawks 2 in the 3rd. They played it 3 runs in the 4th. And they have been 5 unanswered. Meanwhile, they were outscored at out hit at one point, I should say, 4-0. And since then, they've had 10 unanswered hits of their own. That one in the dirt. Wisely lays off here for ball 1. Again, this is, as always, an exciting matchup. Always fun to come here to Roosevelt Field. Again, we were here a handful of years ago when the Senior All-Star Series was here, and you couldn't ask for a better venue. That one sails a bit on them. Here it's 2-2. And again, one of the better years for the Riverhawks here. I believe, if I have my notes correct, second best record in the Bound era. The 2-2 is a no-go. Thought he had him for strike 3. Turns out ball 3 and a full count. A big pressure-packed pitch coming on up here. And the delivery. That one laced, and it gets into the outfield grass. Reese will come on home, and they have doubled their lead. It's 6-3 Mason City. Now with a runner standing on first. That was the first hit of the ball game here for Brown as he plates 1. And now Holton stepping on up, looking to get out of the strikeout train here. He's had 3 consecutive strikeouts. Would love to add a hit onto that column here. That one fouled back here, 0-1. And the next pitch on, that one gets sent high. That will be a shallow center play out there. Running on, and a good play by Jensen will record the out. But not before one more run crosses here for the Riverhawks. They double their lead. It's a 6-3 advantage. As we get rocking and rolling in to the 7th inning, the top half of the 7th, Ames needs to find a way, 3 runs to try and tie it. They're going to do so with 5, 6, and 7 due up when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get Lincoln Birding back on the mound and ready to go. We'll go ahead and bring you what the scoreboard has looked like so far. 10 hits for Mason City. At one point, they had been out hit 4-0. They've been on an absolute spree as of late. They have 6 hits because of it. Both teams sporting 1 error. Ames looking to get their first hit since the 3rd inning, as they have been held off the base pass for most of this one. But we will go ahead and get back into it here as, again, we get Anderson stepping on up out of the 5-hole. Birding gets a swing through strike there. Birding looking to go the full distance here. He has 54 innings coming into this one. And we can see why he was every bit of 108 strikeouts coming in. 10 so far here in this one. The 0-2 delivery, the pitch. Tried to get him fishing out there, but he said, no way, I'm on dry land. I'm not going for that one. But still, Birding with a good pitch, not an accident. That's simply by design. Here's the next. That one gets lifted out high into right field a couple steps, and that will be recorded out by Brown out there in right field. And now we bring back up to the plate Leo Jensen, 0 for 2 so far. Looking to try and get hit number 5 here for Ames. They have been waiting for another hit. And 4 hits in the first 3 innings. They are off to a strong start, but since then have been held off the bases. In fact, they've had 3 consecutive innings of going 1, 2, 3, and haven't been able to really muster as much as they certainly would want, as that one swung on and could not connect. Riverhawks looking. They are just 2 outs away from securing win number 33 and a trip to the second round here in Substate action. The 2-1. We'll go ahead and give you some more scores around the league. Again, Waterloo West so far after 6 over Fort Dodge 4-1. Western Dubuque obliterates Charles City 20-2. Grinnell over West Liberty 3-0. Is that one too far inside? Lewis Central over Council Bluffs Jefferson 10-0. Johnston over Marshalltown 15-0. North Polk over Hampton Dumont Cal 17-0. Assumption over Macokota 15-0. The 3-1 is too far out of the zone, and first base runner of the last 3 innings here for Ames. As the little Cyclones get something rolling here, Jensen draws the walk. And we get a new batter here to step up for the Ames Little Cyclones as Finn Burrell steps on up to the plate. He's got a runner on first, and we have a conversation coming on up here. Coach Rude stepping on up, and I got to think that the only way that Birding would be coming out here, maybe he's just coming out to say, here's your pitch count, here's where you're at. Again, not sure on that pitch count right now. But this is kind of be one, also a strategic conversation. What are we going to do? How do we secure it? Because these 2 outs will probably be 2 of the harder outs all game. So again, we keep rolling right along. And again, it is number 22, Finn Burrell, up at the plate. The freshman has had 3 total bases so far through 6 at-bats. He does have a single and a double under his belt. And his team needs him. He needs to come on up here. Birding still on the mound for Mason City. That one sails out. 7-0 Solon over Keokuk. Valley over Des Moines East 17-0. Lockheed takes down Des Moines Lincoln 14-1 as that's a swing through for the strike. And Xavier absolutely annihilates South Tama 33-0. That's a football type score, as we tend to see in the first round. This one gets lifted out there into left field, and that bar breaks the view, but it does result in out number 2. And so now Mason City 1 out away from claiming win number 33 on the season. And it's up to Schaefer at the plate as he comes from the mound to try and continue the game here. And a stolen base here for the Little Cyclones, as Jensen will get on to second base. There will obviously be no throw, as it's all focused on the batter right now. Birding gets the second strikeout, and now this could be it. Fans starting to clap and stand up here. Birding looking to go the distance. Ames down to their final strike. And the pitch. There's a chopper right side, but deemed foul. hugged the line all the way until it was foul. And we have an 0-2 count yet again. Mason City looking to capture the third win over Ames in the last 5 battles that they have taken. Here's the pitch. That one looped out there into right field, and we will get some station-to-station baseball. Runner coming around third, fell, but there will be no throw. And what a way to help out the cause. The Ames hurler sends one into the right field spot. And now runners at first and third here with 2 down. Down to their last strike. A heck of a hit, as that marks hit number 5 of the game here for Ames. And now we're down to the number 9 hole man in Landon Dune. Looking to break out of the 0-2 mark he's had so far. Coach Rude giving the signals. Most likely they're going to allow the free pass, or not a free pass, but by my count, they're probably not going to actually get the attempted runner because it's going to happen sometime here. My guess is that one goes too far out. They're not going to make an attempt to second, or again, they're going to do a pickoff type of play. A 1-0 count, and that one goes inside, and he gets the swing through, or it touches a little bit of the bat here anyway. Strike 1.
You're good, Brando. Let's go.
So far, runner from first has not taken off. And he won't there. The chopper out there to third, and it eats him up at third. There will be no play as he tries to get a second, and it gets away. And now the runner advancing on over to third. And the error proves costly as Ames plates one more. It's a 6-4 ball game. So the run scores on the error. And this keeps getting a little bit more interesting. Little Cyclones still need 2 to tie it. 3 to get the lead. And, of course, good communication between Miller and Birding, the catcher-pitcher pair that has been absolutely stellar all season long. And we get a pitch runner coming on as Elijah Deardoff is on to the base pass for the Little Cyclones. Again, that play at third, very, very tough there as that grass just eats it up. And kind of a tough one there as you try and wait for it. And now the third trip to the mound here for Coach Rude. And it's at this point a foregone conclusion that Birding is going to at least attempt to go the distance here. He has had 10 strikeouts here in this one. Absolute, just utter dominance from him. You cannot ask anything more from your starting hurler who came into today's action with 108 strikeouts. Has just taken that to a whole nother level, marking it 118 now on the season. It's a 6-4 ball game. Ames down to their final out here in this one. The top of the lineup in Schmall back up to the plate for the 4th time. The pitch lays off that one. This is where you need that top of the lineup, which again started you out with a 4-0 lead. And you need them to come through here in a big situation. That one sails. Life still breathing here for Ames. Meanwhile, Mason City trying to close the door. It's a 2-0 margin, and that one shot out there to short, and the play on over to second gets it for the win. That's how Mason City captures win number 33 on the year, and their season continues on. Meanwhile, for the Little Cyclones, their 2026 campaign will officially end 18-21 on the year as they fall here in Substate opening play. For the Riverhawks of Mason City, after finding themselves down 4-0, they scratched across 5 unanswered to help push them to a 6-4 win here tonight. And they will move on to the next round, and we'll tell you who potentially they could play when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Yes, those are chicken tenders. And yes, they're on a plate with your favorite Pizza Ranch items. Which means, yes, chicken tenders are now available at Pizza Ranch buffets. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Steenhagen, Coach Rude, out there, two absolutely stellar coaches. Coach Steenhagen looking, he was searching for win number 236 on the year, on his career, I should say. Meanwhile, Coach Rude officially picks up win number 591 on the campaign for him here. He's been with this program since 2002. And again, career win number 591 on the season. It's a 6-4 winner for Mason City. We'll tell you what the rest of the score is looking like. Again, Waller Catholic over Center Point Urbana 9-1. Sioux City East dominates Sioux City West 11-1. Bettendorf over Muscatine 4-2. Cedar Falls leads 7-3 over Cedar Rapids Jefferson after 6. And Mount Vernon surprises Central DeWitt 3-0 at Central DeWitt. And Council Bluffs Lincoln down 2-0 to Sioux City North. Storms back to win 3-2 in their opening round game. And in a stunner right now, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Davenport North falling to Dubuque Hempstead in the opening game of the Substate battle here in postseason play. And Davenport North, they look to have a strong season going. They get shut down here in the first round. Des Moines Christian was up 7-1, and since then, an onslaught here by ADM. It's a 7-5 game in favor of Des Moines Christian. And Waterloo West, last time I checked, they were in the lead over Fort Dodge from Ed McNeil Field. Western Dubuque, big win over Charles City, 20-2. Grinnell keeps their season alive, winning over West Liberty 3-0. Lewis Central over Council Bluffs Jefferson 10-0. Johnston, the CIML Conference champions, over Marshalltown 15-0. Kennedy takes down Cedar Rapids Washington 2-1. Fort Madison, in a big upset stunner, takes down top 3 rated Marion 2-1. A huge, perhaps the biggest upset of the season. And Ballard takes down Perry 11-1. North Polk over Hampton Dumont Cal 17-0. Assumption over Makokata. And in 8 innings, Pleasant Valley takes down Davenport West 1-0. Davenport Central loses to Prairie 10-0. Saydell 2-1 winners over Newton. Sergeant Bluff Luton takes down Carroll 16-6. Solon keeps their season alive 7-0 over Keokuk. Valley takes down Des Moines East 17-0 from Valley High. And Waukee 14-1 winners over Des Moines Lincoln. Xavier takes down South Tama County by a football score 33-0. And that's the scores from around the league. If you have any more scores, hit us up. Love to know what else is going on here as we from Mason City watch the Riverhawks take the win here as they have 11 hits in the contest. Sorry about that, as my camera going all over the place there, but 11 hits in the contest. They take down the Ames Cyclones by a 6-4 margin. So again, with that, 11 hits on the board here for Mason City. And as we go ahead and bring you the final look here of the inning-by-inning stat book, the Mason City Riverhawks win 11 hits, bringing across 6 runs, meanwhile, they move to 33-8. Ames High, they fall to 18-21, 5 hits, bringing 3 runs. And it does look like by the announcement here that it will be Mason City taking on Waterloo West. Wow. Perhaps an even bigger upset in this bracket. We'll go ahead and bring you what that bracket has looked like. Again, Waterloo West seems to take down Fort Dodge, and it will most likely be right back here in Mason City, where the Riverhawks will take on the Warriors for the right to take on Waukee in the Substate final. Wow. Everything going on here. And for those still tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go ahead and bring you back into the broadcast booth here with Andrew Brown. I got this guy right here for you. Those that are tuning in, if you want a batting donut bat weight, this is a non-scratch durable silicone finish, and it comes in the blue chocolate or pink frosting. And it's a great way to sweeten your swing, strengthen it, get it set, get it prepared for whether you're on deck or just at practice. Hey, this guy could be yours. All he needs you to do is simply go ahead and email us, iabaseball1@gmail.com, or hit us up on Facebook. And all you got to do is comment Batting Donut Mason City. That's right, Batting Donut Mason City. We'll go ahead and type it out here for you. Batting Donut Mason City. That's what I need from you right there. If you go ahead and email us that, or simply go ahead and hit us up on Facebook, Batting Donut Mason City, this guy could be yours. It's the 9 or 16 ounce. This guy's the 16 ounce. 16 ounce does wonders for the swing. So help out as we get to Christmas in July. great Christmas and July stocking stuff right here, or you can wait for the big one here in December, as this is a great stocking stuffer as well. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, again, we'll bring up the final set here from Mason City, Iowa, and the scoreboard that looks like this. 11 hits here for the Riverhawks. They push across 6 runs, and they go ahead and win this one. They're going to battle Waterloo West, and right back here at Roosevelt Field in semifinal Substate action. For us, we'll let you know where our next broadcast is, but until we see each other next time, folks, stay safe on the base pass. Thanks again, and enjoy.